XRP, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, first of all, if we refer to our analysis, when the price was exactly within this move, we mentioned that having entry above this one can be quite risky. That's why we remove it and we put this line. We mentioned any breakout of this one with the top, with the correction, we can look for buy, because we mentioned price easily can take and reverse, because we mentioned the price, if drop, can be quite sharp. All right, this is the first things we get it. All right, but we didn't have any trade setup by having entry. The best thing was to have entry below this, but we didn't mention about that because we know it's risky. That's why we mentioned any short move with a flag, we can look for buy. Sorry, for sell. That means if anyone wants to look for sell, if they get the correction here, they can look for sell. Okay, this is what this is the reason why in my last analysis we mentioned having entry above the top. We are not going to, I mean, we remove it as option, but we were, because we thought, because of the gap, easily price can tag and reverse. By the way, right now from what we can see here, whether this is the start of the down move, that means if there is a continuation, we should get the correction of flag for next move, or we can put this one in relative to this 1, 2, 3, 4 reversal. Okay, now if anyone wants to look for sell or buy, they should wait to see what we get here. If they get the correction, we can expect for continuation. If they get any reversal with the flag, we can look for buy. Even right now we can have this one internally still within, we are within this correction. Okay, now we want to see how we can trade it. First of all, I move to forward chart. I want to mention something. Okay, if we refer to our analysis, we mentioned that this kind of the corrective move, mostly we can expect the price to drop at least to break this low or here, and this is what we're looking for. If the price break this low, that means this move is finished. But what I want to mention here is that the first one is 0.39, the second one is 0.36. This is what we're looking for to finish the move, 0.34. But when we have this kind of the correction, long, I mean, in terms of the time that we have been waiting, this correction is quite long. Okay, sometimes we can get the down move, but the price cannot take any of this low. If we get it, can give us a better confirmation that the next move is going to be really strong. But sometimes we only can expect the price to drop, maximum even made cannot retest this low, and then from there reverse. That's why now if we get any correction for one more drop, then from there we look for reversal. Any reversal we get, we take it. Okay, this is also, we need to be aware of this when we have this kind of the long corrective move. Okay, and that's why right now I mentioned maybe this one can turn to a correction. Still the price can reverse, but whether we can get any good trade setup within this range for buy or not, all it depends what we get here. If I move to 1 hour chart, okay, now how we can trade it. If you look at the chart, as I say, we need to wait. If this one turns to a correction for one more drop of flag, still we can look for sell. Then from there, any flag we can sell it. And anywhere we see the reversal with at least short move with a correction for next up move, we can take the buy. As I mentioned, our expectation is the price to break or at least retest this low, which is 0.39, but sometimes maybe we don't get it, because at that times this correction can tend to bigger correction for continuation. Okay, right now if we get we just watch, I mean, right now we cannot trade it. If we get this turn to a correction, we can look for sell. If we see continuation with the flag, we can look for buy with the breakout of this top as a short-term buy, because at that times if there is a reversal, if this is the only what we're looking for, that means still we are within this correction. We haven't broke the correction yet. Okay, unless the price continue and drop more. Okay, right now the only thing is we need to look for this, whether this one can turn to a correction for one more drop, or there is a continuation and we can look for buy. Even if we get the buy, whether we want to see whether in terms of the risk and reward we can take it or not. Okay, anyway, still we are within this move. We want to see whether there is a continuation, as we were expected the price to drop, and now we want to see whether this one can continue or not. Okay, in this case we just follow the chart similar. I mean, if I want this one, we can point on this. See, the price was in the correction, we get the drop, then reverse, and the next reverse broke the top. maybe this one easily can break here or retest this one. Okay, that's why. Now, still, if you want to look for buy with the breakout of the top, we have to get the correction. Having entry above the top can be option. Even we can move the entry to here, but it's very risky. That's why I just leave it. I won't put as option right now. Okay, but if traders they have experience or they're in front of their computer, I mean they can watch out the trade. Maybe still they can have entry above the top. Anyway, we just follow the chart and we want to see what we get here. In this case, if I see any update, I will share. Thanks.